technology. In June 2020, he qualified as an ICP ACC, and in October 2019, he became a certified Scrum product owner. Sir is the chief organizer of Rakuten's first Global Chief Technology Officer Summit. He served as a software engineer at Zest Finance in Tokyo and is the co-founder of Holu in Pune. He built and led a team of 14 program managers with great success and is currently in charge of the JPY 500 million budget for FY21. He has worked in various financial services such as e-money, bank, insurance agency, and life insurance, and has been recognized as manager of 55 bank, insurance agency, and life insurance has been recognized Salesforce instances across 17 countries with a base of 1K users.
Mr. Abhijeet will now deliver the power talk. Sir, please.
Hi guys, nice to meet you. Am I audible to you guys? I would like to check that first.
You are.
Okay, cool. And thanks for the kind introduction. Let me start the presentation. Actually, I'm using WebEx after maybe a decade or so. So please spare with me.
No problem, sir. The presenter rights has been delivered to you. You can share your content by clicking on the button below. Share screen.
Okay, just a moment.
Is it enabled?
It says that we can't display your shared content. Make sure that you have allowed permission to share content and then try again. So just give me some time. I'm not so sure if it's at my end or your end.
It's your system sense. You need to give permission from your system to allow WebEx to share screen.
And I'm allowing that. That's the thing. Just a moment. Let me try again.
Yeah.
No, there is something wrong. Let me reconnect and try again.
No problem, sir.
Yeah, just give me a minute. I'll be back. Can you guys hear me again?
Yes, sir. We can hear you again.
Okay, just a moment. Now let me try.
The co-host and presenter rights has been given to you.
Thank you.
So is this share screen option enabled beside the start?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, no problem. You can see your content, sir.
Okay, but you can also see this thing, right?
Yep, we can also see that thing.
Okay, just a moment. Anyway, I don't need this.
So you can just minimize it, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir. We are good to go.
And I'm audible as well?
Yes, you're audible as well. Perfect.
Okay. So thanks for the kind introduction. I had prepared like a couple of slides for that as well. Going through my education, which I think was not covered, so I would just like to cover that. I'm a diploma in computer engineering. I did it from Government Polytechnic Pune. I did my BTech from VGTI Mumbai. And then I have also studied entrepreneurship from Draper University, which is based in San Mateo, California. Considering my experience, just let me adjust the styles of WebEx. Yeah. So considering my experience, it was already mentioned, but there was one thing that was not mentioned. I have also built an AI MLM blockchain for education inclusion startup, and it was based out of in Singapore. And currently I'm leading the program management section for my company, which is paydi.com. And we are currently the #1 BNPL service in Japan. And we were acquired like 5 months ago by PayPal for $3 billion. Moving ahead, so today's keynote is AI in e-commerce and fintech. Talking about AI, first of all, this presentation is not going to be like very nitty-gritty and details of all the AI systems and everything that you go through, like all the algorithms and machine learning models and everything. It's not going to be about that. But definitely, I would give you certain options which you can dig in further. And if you're building a new company or a new startup, I'll make sure that you have an idea to look in this area. So moving ahead, so first I would like to explain the relation between e-commerce and fintech. And it's very it's very obvious that nothing can survive or are so codependent without if they are not into e-commerce or they're not into payment options. So as you may see, like Amazon has Amazon Pay, Snapdeal acquired Freecharge, then Flipkart has PhonePe. Everybody, Ola has Ola Money, and all of these technologies are so intertwined with each other because you cannot do online shopping without doing any payments. And if you're going to do any payment, you have to get some service online. So now let's move ahead with AI in e-commerce. So AI in e-commerce, I would like to cover 5 key areas. First one is like customer-centric search. Second is marketing intelligence. Third is personalization, customer service, and then finally tackling fake reviews. So going ahead on the first topic of customer-centric search. So if you go online, if you want to buy anything, there are only 2 options. First, you're going to go to Google and search for like Amazon cricket bat, or else you're going to go to Amazon and then going to search cricket bat. So searching products is the first thing a consumer does on any e-commerce portal. And we have to make sure that we provide a salesman kind of experience in search. So I have just added a demo, but for that, I think I need to switch off my AirPods so that you can listen to what I can hear. Just give me a moment so that I can show you the video with the audio as well. Just a moment. Man, but let me tell you, using WebEx is not that easy. Just a moment, please. Am I audible to you guys? Like
Yes,
please
sir.
somebody reply to me.
Yes, sir. You're
Okay.
audible now, and we are good to go.
Okay, and can you see my screen as well?
Yes, sir. We can.
Okay, so this is the video of one of the companies in e-commerce. And what I mean by Salesforce, like salesman kind of experience, is just depicted in this video.
It used to be, when people needed things, they would come here and talk to this guy. But the store is now this, and this guy is now a search engine. And in the process, your customers have lost something very valuable. They have lost the ability to be understood. Because, unlike a
So we can't hear you. I think you're muted.
Okay, I'm sorry. Let me start the video again then. You can see my video, right?
Yes, sir. We can see your video and audio, but not your screen.
Not my screen? Okay, just a moment.
Sure.
It's like, I mean, I shouldn't complain, but it's okay. It's like WebEx takes the entire control of your screen, and it doesn't allow you to switch any windows or anything like that. So it becomes very difficult to, even play a video.
intelligent. At Twiggle, we fix this. Twiggle uses artificial intelligence to make direct and relevant connections between search queries and your Twiggle understands both search queries and product data. Technology specific for online Twiggle to understand product categories, sizes, and other words that you use to express yourself when looking to buy or sell products online. With Twiggle, when you search for red dress shirts for under $20, we instantly recognize that you're looking for a shirt, specifically a dress shirt, also known as a button-down shirt or an evening shirt, but not a dress. You want it in red, and price matters. You don't want to spend more than $20. With Twiggle, your search engine understands your customers, and online shopping becomes awesome. Twiggle, search, done better.
So yes, this is something that I meant by Twiggle, like providing a salesman kind of experience, because in e-commerce, the basic job is to bring the stores online. And thus the online experience has to be like really like a salesman or really like a store-like experience. So moving ahead, like I'm providing you the names and link of certain companies that are working in certain areas. Like for example, Twiggle is working in AI and ML based customer-centric search experience. And there's another company called vSense. It's advanced visual search and image recognition solutions to help e-commerce organizations. So these two companies are like actually creating a very big mark in the area of customer-centric search. Moving ahead, second point is about marketing intelligence. So targeted marketing campaigns based on data using AI and ML is also very necessary. So if you are browsing anything on Amazon and if you don't buy it, immediately Amazon is going to send you a mail, maybe next day or within like 24 hours, like, please buy that and we have recommended products for you. This is all done using targeted marketing that is based heavily on AI and ML. And this helps a lot for organizations to drive revenue by promoting the right products at the right time to the right users. Nobody is going to recommend you somewhere in winters, especially if you're based out in like hilly areas or in Delhi. Now, providing the companies in this marketing intelligence area, it's Bluecore is a company based out of in the US. It's a marketing platform.
that uses data again from direct marketing like email, social media, site activity, and combines everything and then makes use of machine learning to make better predictions about who might want to buy and what among the given data set of customers. So this is like true kind of machine learning implementation inside marketing. Third is personalization. Like as Twiggle has mentioned, it's similar to on those lines where we provide a personalized experience across all the platforms. So by all platforms on your phone's app, and if you're browsing on web, the content has to be synced together so that you get the same experience, which is personal for you across all the platforms. And you can while providing personalization, you will modify product recommendations based on users' activities. So it's not only limited to like what you have browsed. It is also, you have cookies and everything, which is a lot of technical things, which I won't like to move my focus on. But you should provide like product recommendations based on users' activities that he's doing not only on the app, but also on the web. So the companies in these areas, first one is Reflection. It allows consumers to click a photo and search similar products on e-commerce platforms. So Reflection has like major clients, and what they do is like they run on the background. So inside store, if you have like shirts aligned together for shoppers, something similar to View builds on e-commerce platforms where it aligns everything together. Like if you're browsing for shirt, then you're going to get all the shirts. If you're browsing for pants, then you're going to get all the pants. And it will also show you like what the matching content, like matching shirts for a particular pant and matching pants for particular shirts. So it literally creates a virtual experience inside e-commerce store. Moving forth is customer service. So customer service, as you may have observed, like if you don't get a good customer service, you're actually not going to shop on that portal again. And Amazon actually runs on a very strong customer service focused kind of a company. Its entire basis was on customer service. So efficient customer service using chatbots and auto replies to save time matters the most, because the more time we consume to resolve a query of a customer, there are heavy chances that we are going to lose the customer. Live chat is one of the complete customer service platform, and it delights your customers and fuels your sales as well. So via chatbot itself, it provides options to do shopping as well. And it also allows like automated chatbot. So for example, mentioned over here, it's like if you have if a customer types like I have a question about enterprise pricing, it's going to apply its algorithms and also like machine learnings and everything, where it will automatically assign to a sales team or a support team, or if a chatbot can take care of it, then it's just going to allow the chatbot to take care of it. Okay, so the final point inside e-commerce is like tackling fake reviews. So 90% of online are influenced by reviews, because you cannot use the only guaranteed verification that online buyers get. I haven't added the data point, but 86% of online shoppers are actually demotivated by negative reviews. And this matters a lot. It's not only like hosting an e-commerce or like just showing the products. It's all, if you call reviews, you're going to lose customers. So customer reviews have become the cornerstone of trust in an online shopping world. And there are actually companies who are taking care of tackling fake reviews. And the biggest example of such companies is like Amazon. So Amazon uses its AI to combat fake product reviews and inflation of their popular star ratings. So it's not only about like showing positive reviews or like showing only the negative reviews and getting rid of the negative reviews, but also about positive reviews. So if there are going to be like fake positive reviews, like almost most of the products, if you see, like if they are having all the 5-star reviews, you may not trust that. It's just something similar that Amazon tackles using its AI engine. And also like you also get another parameter like to gauge if the review is actually useful or not. So based on that, Amazon actually aligns or lines up its products like for the higher rating and higher reviews, like if it is useful or not. Yes. So moving ahead, I would like to focus on AI in fintech. So fintech is basically financial technology, and it's not limited only to. Fintech today is not only limited to payments. It's also It's also in blockchain. It can be in trading platforms. You can do fintech research. Then online banking. I would say like whatever involves money is fintech today, because we have moved ahead in the generation where you don't like to go to banks and do banking in these days, or you don't want to go to a brokerage firm and tell them which stock you want to buy. So there are 5 key areas I would like to focus when it comes to AI in fintech. First one is credit decisions. Second is managing risk. Third is quantitative trading. Fourth is personalized banking. And fifth is cybersecurity and fraud detection. So before I start this, I would also like to mention in both the cases of fintech and also about e-commerce, the world has moved ahead because of COVID norms. So you may have experienced like a tight lockdown in India as well, and in Tokyo too. It was very difficult to move out of the houses to purchase anything, and nobody wanted to go to the physical stores or physical bank branches and everything. So this has given a good push in terms of technology, but also like it has given a lot of responsibility on the domain of AI and ML. So let me start with credit decisions. So credit decisions, it's like it is predicted that AI will outperform human credit decisions by 2024. And even today, like 77% of consumers prefer to pay with credit or debit cards. So it's like online transactions. And credit scores matters in getting financing options. So as you guys may have been made aware, like if you maintain a good credit score, it's going to be easier for you to take a loan in terms if you want to buy a house or if you want to buy a car, you need a good credit score. And AI is actually helping banks to make smart choices in assessing borrowers. So you may have a good credit score, but are you able to pay that? Like, are you actually qualifying for that? Is a question to be asked. And AI is actually helping these banking institutions and like lending money platforms to actually come up with smart solutions to analyze people if they're actually going to be a good candidate for a borrower. So 3 major companies that are disrupting this area is first one is like Innova, AI and ML to provide accessible credit to millions of users. Second one is Oculus. It is again leveraging AI to crowdsource review to analyze documents. So you're going to submit a lot of documents online. And Oculus is a simple platform. What they do is they get all the documents and they just check the authenticity of the document. And that they do with like 99% of accuracy. So it's like majorly supporting all the platforms that are going to give money to all the borrowers. Then finally, I have mentioned Zest Finance. It's like AI-based solution that is helping companies to, again, like assessing the borrowers who don't have any credit history. So for example, if you're a new grad who just got a job, maybe like at Avaya or some other company, or maybe like Google, but you don't have any credit history because you have never used a credit card before. So Zest Finance actually helps for such borrowers to analyze if you're going to be able to buy a Harley Davidson or a good car of your choice. So Zest Finance may go through your payment slips and see that, okay, you're working at Google, but you're still on your notice period. What happens if you lose your job? So for 3 months or 6 months, whatever the notice period is, Zest Finance may not qualify you as a preferred choice as a borrower. It may allow you to buy a bike or buy your dream car, but only after 3 or 6 months. So this type of AI applications are taking playing a major role when it comes to credit decisions. Moving ahead, now in online, especially in the fintech market, managing matters the most. Like more than getting customers, not getting stolen is something which you should take care of. So there are machine learning models for better predictions of trends to lower the risk. So the more and more data you analyze and the more and more trend you get it correct, you are going to reduce the risk of application on a directly proportional basis. So primarily it is used by banks, buy now, pay later services like my own company, which is Paydi, and also to predict futuristic patterns, like what's going to happen in future. And this is also useful in trading platforms as well. So companies to check, I have put my company's name as first one. We utilize AI and ML model to analyze merchants and also the consumers. So if somebody if we feel that it's a risky merchant to onboard on our platform. So, for example, if there is a merchant who has hosted a sample store only to get the money from consumers, and then he's not going to ship any products, our models today are able to predict, like if this merchant is actually an authenticated merchant or not. Same is applicable to the consumers who use Paydi for doing shopping on the online portals. So we analyze, like, based on the documents and based on all the information, we do the eKYC, and we check if giving a credit to this customer is going to be a good idea or not. And also, like, how much credit we are going to give to the customer. Is it going to be like 100K? Is it going to be like 200K? Is it going to be like 1 million? Depending on whatever information we collect, whatever models we have, we analyze that and then only give ahead the the payments options and credit to the consumers. Then I have listed Kensho. It provides analytical solutions using a combination of cloud computing and NLP. And it's used by major banks. It's used by Morgan Stanley, JP Morgan, Bank of America, etc. Actually, you guys should check the links that I have attached in the presentations. Like, these companies are actually making their own mark in the fintech world. Third one I have mentioned is ieee.stb. It helps banks combat money laundering with its anti-money laundering detection solutions. So I don't know if you have come across this type of things, but you may find like a simple coin is hosted on Amazon, which price is like 5 lakh rupees, like 1 million rupees. So these are nothing but money laundering rackets, which run and which do transaction in this way, which is like a white money conversion. So for example, if I host a simple coin of 5 rupees and say that, oh, this is like a very authentic coin, it is from the era of Mughals and everything, and then they will quote a price of 10 lakh rupees. And those people, those hosters will not accept orders until and unless they are matching to the person who is going to lend them money. So this is how the money laundering business happens in the online world. And there are platforms like ieee.stb who are actually taking care to reduce this anti-money launderings and everything by providing like anti-money laundering solutions and all. Third one is quantitative trading. Trading is taking a boom, like 4% added. Like, I remember it's like 7 crore accounts were added in last year by Zerodha and other online platforms. But it's also like risky. Like the more people join, it's risky platform. So we have like process of using large data sets to identify patterns that can be used to make strategic trades. And AI-powered computers can actually analyze large data sets and complex data sets faster to more efficiently than humans. And the resulting algorithmic trading processes automate trades and save valuable time. So giving you banks like Morgan Stanley or like who are into trading heavily, they literally care of microseconds as well by putting like millions and millions of dollars into one trade. So that's how trading happens. And they are using algorithms, because even while putting the buy or sell button by a human, they may lose millions of dollars. So quantitative trading platforms, I have mentioned 3 main companies. First one is AlphaSense. It's an AI-powered search engine for finance industry. So it will just provide you an AI-powered search results like articles, documents, all the things that are related to a particular stock or a company. Second one is Carve-Out. It uses machine learning and quantitative analysis to process huge sets of unstructured data and identify real-time patterns, engulfing, and there are like bearish divergence and all those patterns that are heavily utilized in while trading. So Carve-Out actually uses machine learning and uses like predictive analysis, like what is going to happen in the near future. Then the third one is Alpaca. Alpaca's technology actually identifies patterns in, so when the price is going to go down, it's just going to predict, and it's solutions. Second, we have ieee.ai. It is integrated with Google Home, SMS, Facebook, Alexa, and other web and mobile provide customers with budgeting and saving goals. So you can actually use ieee.ai and just check on Alexa like how much money I have spent in this month. So that's like kind of like an advanced, having kind of a companion to check if your spends are in limit or not. Third one is very interesting platform. It's called Trim. So Trim is a money-saving assistant that connects to user accounts and analyzes spending. So it can actually cancel your subscriptions to Netflix if you're going over the budget in this month. or it can stop you from ordering from Swiggy. If somebody implements that idea, I'll be really happy to see that happening in India. So it will stop your orders, it will prompt you, like, you are going over the budget. Do you really want to place an order on Swiggy, or do you really want to cook food inside your home, which is going to be cheaper as compared to ordering from Swiggy? And then it also gives smart options, like alternative options, like maybe, like, instead of ordering from Swiggy, you can order a similar plate from a different platform, which is cheaper. So that kind of a platform is Trim, and I'm really impressed by this kind of like this company especially. This is again like run in US. Final one, like when it comes to there are people who want to steal your money. Like it's like if they can break into the system, and if they can just get a lot of money without actually earning it, that is something people would like to do. So it's like cybersecurity and fraud detection, and AI is playing a key role in improving the security of online finance. So there was an era, I remember, like it was 2006, 2007, before this e-commerce and everything came in. Like people used to try random numbers and credit card payment options and used to place orders to India. It was pretty relaxed, even by paying on phone pay or any other thing. And there's the guys and the engineers that are working on security and fraud protection. So companies to check, especially in this AI area, is like Vectra. Vectra's AI platform actually automates threat detection. It reveals hidden attackers specifically targeting financial institutions, and then accelerates investigations after the incidents have happened. And identifies compromised information. So how many records are leaked? Who are the people whose records have been leaked? So this information, even after the fraud, is very important, so that the companies and banks can actually make aware, like, to the consumers, like, that your information was hacked, please change your password. So, and this is pretty common, like analyzing all these things is very important in case of fraud that happens when you do online transaction. But let me tell you, even the hackers like keep updating themselves. It's like nobody can guarantee that a hack will never happen. It's bound to happen. It's like a risk mitigating strategy to have like cybersecurity in place. Second is like shape security. It identifies fake users who are trying to create frauds. So for example, there are plenty of people who create fake accounts on Amazon, fake accounts on eBay, just to talk to the merchants, understand what they're doing. Are they like shipping orders before the payment is done? Are they shipping orders like larger orders, like 1 lakh rupees for cash on delivery, or all those things? So for example, if somebody places an order of 10 lakh rupees for a manufacturing machine, and if the machine company promises them like, okay, we will provide you cash on delivery option. Maybe these people are thugs who are just going to get the machine, beat up the guys, and never pay the money. So this thing actually happen in online businesses where they connect with physical world and never allow the people to take the money or do the payments. So I just hope that even if one of you is thinking of building a startup, and if he's thinking of building a startup in AI, in e-commerce or fintech, which is like the booming segment, I would really like to add my 2 cents about what is a product. So many people get this crazy ideas like, yes, this seems to be a good idea, and I want to implement that, right? Thanks for the thumbs up, Roshni. and you feel like, yes, this is something which is going to capture the market. This is something which is going to create a new mark in the market. But let me tell you, never forget what is a product. And I have a very simple definition of what is a product. It's all about solving people's problems. Okay, and it's fun building a product only if you do it in the right way. So like if people are not facing a problem, having a product is not going to be very appealing to these people, and your product will end up nowhere. Like they may not even use your efforts, which you have invested for like 6 to 9 months or sometimes even a year. People may not use it just because they don't see that as a valuable asset in their life. Okay. And also another thing I would like to add is like while selling, it's like people generally think that, okay, I have this product, which is amazing, and now I can sell it in the market. Always sell the problem and not the product, because people are aware about the problem more than your product. And then you can actually pitch in the product as a solution to the problem, which is going to make people's life easier. If you remember correctly, like during the days of Notebandi, like when the currencies were stopped in India, like with the new rollout of notes and everything, people realized that we don't have cash now. Or there is a cash shortage in India. So what to do? That's the time when Paytm achieved their targets of 5 years in just 1 year. That's how they were actually solving a problem of not having cash with their own product. And they got lucky for having everything ready at the time of Notebandi. And PayPal was like, and if you see like all these other companies like Bharat Pay, Mosambi was there who was providing card-based payments. Then they were like a POS system that came, like M-Swipe came in. All these companies were actually solving the problem of cashless transactions. And that's how a product plays a role for solving problems that people face in their daily lives. So if you're planning an AI and ML startup, I'm pretty sure you guys are talented to implement any type of solution, but please implement a solution that's actually addressing a problem that is faced by many people. Yes, so that's all from me. Thank you. And I think that I have saved some time for Q&A. I'm not so sure because I ran into delays because of the previous session. But if you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask me. And I'm also sharing my LinkedIn profile link. I'll share the presentation later on with all the amazing professors you have like Tabassum and other people. So please feel free to add me on LinkedIn, and you can also ask me question later on. So I think I'll stop sharing my screen, which I honestly don't know how to do that. Just please give me a moment and I'll be back to see the chat window so that I can see the questions. So
no issues. I'll be taking the presenter rights and it'll automatically stop.
Thank you for kicking me out from the presentation window.
That's not what I meant. So.
Okay. So do we have any questions? Was my voice very low? Like, did it go well?
No, sir, it was perfect. Though.
Okay, cool.
You're clearly audible. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. And sorry for the construction noise. If you guys heard about some drilling and everything, it's just going on around my house, so I can't help. And honestly, like I don't know how to get back my AirPods because it takes the entire control of my system. So yeah.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, so any questions we have?
Thank you very much, sir. Learning about AI is always fun as it surprises us with new things every now and then. And the use of it in e-commerce tells us how wide is the range of AI and its uses. We are grateful to have listened to you from. If there are any questions, I would like to ask everyone to post them in the Q&A section. So I think there's one question from Mautik. So how it will help in involving net banking as there are many other same platforms?
Okay, so talking about net banking, see the fintech segment cannot survive alone. Like it has to get dependent on somebody else, and the major area like fintech is dependent on is e-commerce. So even on Flipkart, if you see, if you buy an iPhone using HDFC credit card, you're going to get like 5% cash back. Okay, so what fintech companies do, they have this mergers with e-commerce companies where they can get more and more traction, and they crack a deal with e-commerce companies. So when you get cashback of 5% for purchasing an iPhone on Flipkart, Flipkart actually pays like kind of 10% extra to HSBC, or they give a commission to HDFC for allowing their consumers to get onboarded on Flipkart. So it's kind of a joint ecosystem where fintech and e-commerce work together. And when you say like there are so many other platforms and there are so many competitors coming up in this market, it's the game of volume. So India is a country of like 1.3 billion people now. So what the game is of acquisition, and we are a developing economy. So if you see all these startups that are betting big, like you may heard this news, like somebody put like $1 billion in a fintech company, and now some company turned into a unicorn and everything. All these things are happening with the futuristic perspective. Like this startup will be able to get like at least like 10% or 15% market share, which is still huge in Indian market. and can be sold to some another major bank like SBI or HDFC, who can buy them for like $5 billion, $6 billion. So that's how the ecosystem of startups and everything is going on. Now, shall I move to the second question, which is like how the branchless banking concept work? Well, okay, and I hope that I may have answered your question. So considering how let me see one more thing. Yeah, so considering how the branchless banking concept works, so branchless banking is basically a virtual bank which doesn't have any branch. And in my first organization, I have actually worked for Rakuten Bank, which doesn't have a single branch. Everything is managed online. So all this, whatever things you have to, I'll answer. Just give me some time to answer this question. So how the things work is like you don't have to be dependent on physical branches at all. You give the entire end-to-end experience, like consumer onboarding till payments and everything in an online set of products. So that's how online banking works. Documentation, everything. You don't have to visit a bank. That's how the branchless banking work. I have another question from Professor Sachin Dawas. It's like, what is the role of AI in product design? See, I like to simplify things. AI and ML is nothing but like a smart layer applied to whatever available data and information we have. What it's going to do is like whatever data we have, it's just going to process in a smart way. That's it. Don't complicate it. So in product design, we come to like the role of AI and ML, providing data in a way that can be easily consumed. That's it. So if you're coming up with a new product concept, and as I have mentioned earlier, if by applying AI and ML's algorithms, if you're going to solve a major problem of the society, then you can have a good product in the society that is going to be used by major companies, B2B companies or B2C market. So that's the role of AI and ML. Don't complicate the concept of AI and ML. It's just a layer on top of data. And the more efficient